What's happened, beautiful people? Uncle Joey and his trusted savage, Mr. Lee Boom Boom Sayat, the director from Israel. It's another new episode of the Church of What's Happening Now. New Testament coming at you. It's September the 30th. It's over. Rent day tomorrow, and you're still looking at yourself thinking, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? I know what you're going to do. Nothing. What's up, dog?
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you. Very interesting weekend.
I know.
Very interesting all the way around. People mad about comics going to Riyadh, wherever they're going over to Saudi Arabia.
Did they call you?
Huh?
Did they call you?
Oh, every day they called me to go to Saudi. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would love to see you at that festival.
No, you wouldn't, because they have a list of rules.
What are the rules?
I don't know. You can't say much. Listen, all I learned about this was online and comics hating, people hating, like, why are they going over? Listen, man, they're going to pick up an envelope.
A big one.
A big one, okay? Your butt's hurt because you're not picking up an envelope. I don't know what to tell you. Is it against American policy? Is it like, I don't know. Would I go? Me? I'm scared. Because I get to Saudi Arabia and the steak don't taste like steak, I'm getting back on the plane. That's all. That's why I don't travel, because I'm scared. I already went to Jamaica one time, and on the car ride, I remember looking at the chickens, and they were skinny as fuck. And I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. And I remember going to the hotel, and everything looked bad. I was shooting a movie, and everything was inclusive.
Right.
Everything was bad. And I'm like, where else can I eat? And they're like, McDonald's. And I'm like, no, we got to go right now. We're leaving. I left. They fired me. They fired.
I got to be honest. They have oil money. I think the steaks are going to taste great.
Oh, no,
I think you're going to. The bacon's going to suck. There's no bacon.
Like, I saw a picture of Chappelle come in and somebody hands him something to drink. If that's a hummus shot, I got to throw it right back in their face. I can't eat that. That's against policy.
Why do they? Do you really think they walk around giving people hummus shots?
Listen, I don't know. I just.
They might.
It's the problem with everything now is that everybody's got a fucking opinion, and everybody's got a complaint. You can't go on YouTube no more. YouTube, my first page of YouTube is a fucking cry fest of who's selling out, who's woke, who's anti-woke, this comedy scene in Austin. It's and everybody's hating. Nobody's popping anybody up. Nobody's going, hey man, this is what's going on. It's just 15 videos of fucking, how everybody's doing everything wrong.
Well, it's sad, but like, put up a video that says a comic gives love to all of his favorite comics. It'll get 6 views. Put up a video, so and so is a pedophile, or like whatever. Like, that's gonna get 8 million views. That's the way it works.
But listen, man, people say shit on YouTube that they shouldn't, because there's a lot of people overstepping their. I don't know what people call them. Young kids call it something.
Staying out of getting in your lane or something?
No, when you put a video up and it really takes you somewhere else or something.
Oh, clickbait?
Something like that. I don't even know what it means. There's a couple of those expressions.
Right.
I just thought, it's like when you see an article and it goes, UFC fighter, but they show a picture of John Jones. Gets in trouble, and then you click it, and it's really some fucking white kid in Iowa that got a DUI.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, that type of shit. They do a lot of that. But still, my point is, everybody's got a fucking opinion now. So everybody's going to have, and it seems like lately, in the world we live in today, people have more bad opinions than good things to say, especially on the internet. There's never, and then if you do get good stuff, there's always that one guy that throws a curveball at you that you're like, where'd this come from? Like, where's this come from?
Mad about something from like years ago.
Where'd this come from? You're like, okay, they're mad at that. But like, I just learned about the Riyadh Festival.
Right.
It was funny because I saw a big agent Saturday night, and I looked at him like, how come you're not at Riyadh? He goes, I'm not going over there. He goes, why, do you want to go next year? And I was like, I don't think so. I got no passport.
That, honestly, dude, that must have saved you so. I mean, I know it sucks you can't go to some places, but just to not even have that on your radar must be great. Because people, they've done some crazy. It's like not a good place to take money from, but that they're also giving people, like they had that golf league that was like hundreds of millions of dollars.
They gave the guy $100 million.
The soccer guy they gave $1 billion to.
500 million they gave him? Yeah, 500 million. And that's nothing for them.
Oh, yeah.
That's a piggy bank. And under the fucking table, they forgot about it.
There's no budget for anything. And I'm going to be honest with you. is it, are Abu Dhabi, and I know you probably don't know, but is Abu Dhabi and Dubai, are these all the same places?
Dog, I got an F in geography,
No.
all right? I don't know why you're asking me this shit. No.
Because who's the one that's sponsoring the NBA? That's Saudi Arabia too, and that's Riyadh. And like they're on every NBA like every NBA floor has Saudi Arabia, and I would love to have, everyone thinks they have morals, but I have to be honest, if I got offered a $200,000 check to do stand-up, that's kind of hard. It's hard to turn down. I'd like to think I would.
Remember we discussed a couple months ago for weeks, the moment before. Listen, look at what's the guy who's dating the blonde chick from Kansas City?
Oh,
Football player, Travis Kelce.
Yep.
He got paid $10 million for an Ozempic shot. Okay. I want you guys to think about that, even at home. $10 million. You're sitting there, some guy calls you, $10 million to put your face on Ozempic. I don't know. Listen, I'm not talking about COVID vaccines. I don't want nobody to think I'm doing out misinformation. We're just talking here. We're just talking with all the good and bad in the world that's going on with COVID and the vaccine. He took $10 million. What would you do, Lee? Now, if you were a guy that was making, $100,000 a year, that's one thing. But this guy's been getting paid, okay? And at the middle of all that, he stopped. And, some people call it selling their soul. I don't know what he's got going on. Maybe he's got a mother that's sick. I know she's not. Maybe because that's a mom that used to go to 2 games in one day. Like, right, she would drive and then fly. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's got a niece with autism. Maybe he's got a nephew in a wheelchair. I don't fucking know. And that's what we don't know before we fucking assume of what the fuck is going on. I mean, half of the comics on that list have more money than God.
You think so?
And I can't imagine what they're giving them. But people have to, this is what the world we live in. People were pissed about the Haktua girl. We get pissed about anybody who, it's like that thing that they talked about in Godfather of Harlem when they started their black thing, their own black mafia. And he goes, it's like black people. And they should have said black people because this is everybody. Once you're in a crew and the crab that's trying to get out of the bucket, they pull them down. And that's what it seems like to me on the internet these days. Like I saw something maybe 2 weeks ago about music. This is fucking Led Zeppelin. I just went to put Led Zeppelin on YouTube. And sometimes you hit the bar and it rolls up by mistake. And it rolled up and it was like, these guys suck. They wouldn't make it around today. And I'm like, why would you? That's Led Zeppelin. Even Led Zeppelin gets hate mail.
Yeah.
So if Led Zeppelin gets fucking hate mail, what does that tell you?
Hey, you should feel lucky to get hate mail.
How the fuck do you say? I mean, these guys put out 9 albums, 10 albums. I don't know how many albums they've sold. They had a song that they stole. It's controversial. They got away with it. I don't know how many kids got buried to Stairway to Heaven. From 1975 to 1990, every time you went to a wake, at least in Hudson County, they had Stairway to Heaven on.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. 1 million kids have died, and Stairway to Heaven. When my mom died, I played it. It's just a natural, stupid fucking thing you do.
Is that?
That was the #1 most requested song in the country for probably 22 or 23 years.
I get on the radio, but at
song.
a wake seems a little inappropriate.
Dog, I had motherfuckers that put Kiss on at a wake. They don't give a fuck. This is Hudson County, motherfucker.
Oh, Jews do it very differently.
Go to a Cuban wake. They got a salsa band, not a salsa album. They got 3 Cubans with conga drums, fucking, and a Moroccan, people dancing, and you're like, it's a fucking deathbed. But guess what? Not a bad idea.
No, they're having fun.
Because how sad can you be to sit there and cry when half-dressed women are playing and, people are sweating and shit?
Jeez, I hate that I'm asking you this, but I feel like you're going to have a yes. Have you started planning? Like, do you have a plan for your funeral? Like,
yeah, I want them to burn me.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, in a little box, and then we'll give out packages. I told my wife I want a little ceremony where you give out an ash to everybody, and they get to take home like a mass card, but it's a picture of my balls on the mascot. 2 fucking balls in my prime, so you'll always remember who the fuck I was.
The documentary
not
balls
this
or
ugly
like
face, not the no teeth, not the Trump ear, none of that shit, not my pigeon toe, not my fungi toe. You're going to go home and have to put that on your refrigerator. 2 fucking Cuban nuts with that birthmark in the middle. How you like me now? Even from the grave, I'm haunting you motherfuckers. I'm getting 1,000 of those. So they're going to be collector's items also.
That is going to be nice. Are you going to sign any?
No, I'm just going to give them out. But there's only going to be like 500 of them. It's like having a credit card from what's that restaurant that we go to in Brooklyn? What's the joint, the steakhouse, where you walk over the bridge?
Luger's, yeah.
Huh?
Peter Luger's.
Peter Luger's. You ever got a Peter Luger credit card?
I haven't been there yet.
That's when you know you're a bad motherfucker, when you throw that card down and go, what?
You know, have you heard like some celebrities, they figured out so their wives get flowers every week? I like the ball card idea, but knowing you should have like, you should give like this company money, be like, just send them out to these lists of these addresses. Because can you imagine people getting it in the mail? A card and it's your balls like 10 years.
Geniusly.
Just still.
Or like fucking Federal Express knocking on your door.
Yeah.
When you're in the shower. Dun, 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 dun. Bing bong. And you open it. It's a picture of my nuts. From beyond the grave. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's genius. Bro, we should start that company. Where we fucking, that was the company in Things to Do in Denver when you're dead. You put tapes down, and then when your grandkids grow old and they want advice from you, you go down there, you put the tapes on.
Right.
And they showed the one guy, listen, treat women like shit, like I treated your grandmother. They're all pieces of shit. And you're fucking.
But this one is just pictures of your balls.
That's it, to everybody. Can you imagine it's your birthday and you get one of those Federal Express at your doors with my balls? Happy birthday from beyond the grave. That's the fucking card.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. That'll send you into fucking hysteria. How does he know? He's still alive. He's like that Cuban woman. He's in Cuba.
Yeah,
she finally died. The chick that shot the cop. Tupac Sands. She was hiding in Cuba.
Damn, I had no idea. She was hiding.
How long has she been hiding there? 70 fucking years. And they couldn't even go down there and get her out. What does that tell you?
That's fucked up. 70 years in Cuba.
But yeah, all those things. I don't want to plan my funeral.
No.
It's boring. It's fucking, but you want people to be alive. Like I went somewhere the other night. I went somewhere that should have been alive. I went to a comedy show and I walked in the back and it was like a Netflix shooting and it was like a fucking church. And I had 2 joints of Moon Rock in my pocket. And I took about 20 minutes of that disaster and I fucking asked one of the camera guys, I go, you got a lighter? He goes, yeah, you can't smoke in here. I go, dope. It's a fucking morgue in here. We got to set the herb man free. I just started smoking. People were looking at me like I had 3 heads. I was clapping by myself like an idiot. I took 2 of those fucking 500 milligrams, Minda Cloud. I had 1,000 milligrams in me. I went to the first show, and then I shot over to fucking Smith & Walensky, and I devoured a split green pea soup.
Nice.
With croutons in it. Then I fucking dug into the fucking the steak. I had some tuna tartare. Wasn't bad, but it's not my favorite, but it was good. I wanted the protein. You know what I'm saying? I'm out and about. I'm an old man. I need protein. And I got the fucking steak. And I smoked another Moon Rock, and I went back up there. And then things got deep, and I told the driver, let's go, motherfucker. And that was it. I was home by 11:15 Saturday night. I had to wait for Mercy. Mercy went to Great Adventure, and she got home at like midnight. I'm like, fuck, for a 12-year-old to get home at midnight? What did I do wrong? Yeah, I had to wait for her. I'm going to check her eyes, make sure she's not drinking and shit, you know.
Oh, she went with just her friends?
Yeah, like 10 of them. 10 little 8-year-olds.
Did you check her eyes?
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to see when she walks in the door. I want to see that she's not disheveled. You know, I want to make sure, because like that, if somebody does say something to me, I can go, oh, she's right. She walked in here like OJ after he killed his wife. Well, fucked up. Eyes all over the goddamn place. Yeah, I can't have that.
Eyes like OJ.
No, you got to wait for your kid. And you got to I have to let her know now that I'm going to be awake every time she walks in that fucking door. So I got to set a precedent today, not tomorrow, not threaten her with it. I didn't mind that she was out till midnight. Listen, what's the option? She's going to sit in that fucking room and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine till midnight and then come down and watch The Honeymooners till 1 with me. I'd rather her. She's only going to learn about life if I kick her out of the fucking house.
Right.
You know, to a degree. Her mother wasn't with her. Her mother had her own problems.
Was this the first
My
time
wife got her fucking teeth yanked out.
Aye.
She wasn't leaving the goddamn house at all. I got to keep bringing her back Carvel milkshakes because that's all she could eat for 2 days.
Did you get one for yourself?
The first day I went, I got a 12-ounce small, thin, and it's the owner, the Chinese guy. He knows how to make a shake.
Nice.
Velvet. Velvet.
See, I finally found my first thick one in the city, but I don't want to leave the Mercy stuff. Was this the first time that you had to wait up for her?
I was nervous about it all night because I knew, first of all, she was punished. So when she came to me, she goes, Dad, a bunch of girls are going to go. And I go, listen, you got a fucking deferred sentence, which means if you fuck up again, I'm going to bang you out with the 2 weeks. I'm going to add another 2 weeks. And I'm going to take your phone. I'm going to jump up and down on top of it 80 times. So note, that's the fucking punishment if you fuck with me again, okay? So you could go have a good time. I offered her money. She goes, no, I got my own cash. She's out of her mind. She went down there. But when she came home, she had like a ripped shirt, like she was a spooky Halloween character. I don't, listen, I don't ask. I just look for scratches and shit. I look at the nails to see if there was blood in them, whatever the fuck. Because God knows. So I just had, listen, I believe in that shit. I know how I grew up, and I wish there would have been somebody there most nights. They would do surprise attacks. So I would always, and in those days, you come home, you're like, fuck, I just wasted that Visine for nothing. And some CK cologne or something, because you got to put cologne on, CK, you got to think a little bit of, and you couldn't get Listerine in small bottles then. Banaka or Scope.
Right.
And I wouldn't even spit it out. I just drink it because you know it's in your fucking testicles, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but then I also, like, doesn't that also just prove you're guilty? Like, why else are you coming home smelling like mouthwash at 2 a.m?
I did always.
Oh, no, every kid does it. It's
but who the fuck knows? But you have to be prepared if they're awake.
Yeah, my eyes are just real bright right now.
Sometimes she knew I drank. So I could always blame it on, but she also knew I wasn't a drinker. She knew it from watching.
Your mom?
She's watched the refrigerator. There's no beers missing in my house. There's no alcohol missing. Every once in a while, somebody would come over and I go, you want to pour some out and pour water in it or something? You know.
Right.
But no, I wasn't a drinker, so she trusted me with that. So if I had booze on my breath, she didn't give a fuck. She knew I only had one beer. And then she'd tell me, put the toilet next to your fucking bed because you're going to puke. Because she knew I was an alcohol puker.
Oh, damn.
That was the giveaway. I always got sick.
And you were 15 when your mom passed?
Yeah, 16. So it was like 2 years before that I drank. One night I went to that kid who was here. I told you, the Villo, and they were drinking out of the garbage can. And I fucking woke up in a lawn a block and a half from his house. And I got woken up by a cop that we used to play basketball with that was a great man, but he wore colored socks. In the 70s, that was a no-no in our neighborhood. If you had sneakers on like these idiots today that you see with sandals on and colored socks, that's a beating in North Bergen. That was a beat.
How severe of a beating?
Just a couple smacks to the face and go home and put the right socks on. Because even the high school threw you out. Because in those days, they said if you cut your foot, the ink from the sock would leak into the cut and you'd die.
Right.
So the fucking school even had a rule. No colored fucking socks. So like Spanish kids didn't want to do gym, so they wear like the Puerto Rican socks, like the guinea socks with the fucking strings and shit. No gym. You get an F for the day. Hey, you weren't allowed to wear those shit. Now people wear black socks up to here with flip-flops. 20 years ago, they call you in an alley. Come here, man. I want to give you something.
I just want to make sure it's white socks.
White socks, always.
Okay.
So he used to, whenever he wore black socks, we would foul him. That was our thing. Whenever he wore the black socks, I know, because they're young. They don't fucking know the rules.
I've always worn black socks.
Yeah, I know,
black, gray. Well, the white ones get all stained.
Yeah, I know.
I've always worn black.
I got a pus stain by my fungi toenail.
You got a pus stain on your toe?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't think it is a joke.
It's a joke. But anyway, whenever we'd play and he'd wear the black socks, we'd foul him heavy duty. Under the basket, we'd all jump on him and karate chop and shit. So he got the hint. He started wearing white socks. But he picked me up. He woke me up at 6 in the morning on Richie Sensulo's lawn.
And said what?
"You're fucking drunk, Coco. You have to go home." And he put me in the cop car, and he knocked on my door, and my mother answered the fucking door, and she, "What happened?" I picked him up on the lawn, and my
Damn.
mother smelled the alcohol and the whole fucking deal, so
Are you gonna be? Because like I grew up in a very strict house. Like none of that was cool. And then, like, I mean, you are who you are. Like, what if she came home smelling like something?
if I came home
No,
smelling
what
like
if she came home? Like, how strict are you gonna be? Are you gonna like? Is she allowed to drink? I mean, what do you? Now she's way too young, I would imagine. But
let me explain something to you. The children that are out today, at least in my neighborhood and when I talk to parents, these kids don't do much. They're not looking at it like we did. It's not kids today aren't growing up with drugs around. Like the kids and like in my town, a lot of parents smoke pot. Don't smoke, they take gummies.
right.
That's in the 70s, it was mother's little helper. You know what I'm saying? So that drinking shit isn't like here. Remember, I grew up in a place where right across that fucking bridge, I get whatever I want at whatever fucking time I want. That's a very ugly concept to have in your mind when you're right here and you're 10 minutes away from the most outrageous city in the world at that time.
I know.
From peep shows to alcohol to drugs on the street to the village, you had this Central Park, McSorley's Ale House, the Washington Square Park. You had this whole thing where it was drug kind of ridden in those days, you know? And I'm not saying there's no drugs in New York City. There's tons of fucking drugs. But it's not in your face no more. Like the kids are not.
I've heard that drinking's down for sure.
Drinking's down. Drinking's down. I guarantee vaping and smoking pot's got to be up at that age. I don't know. I'm not a fucking whatever, but
But there's always gonna be like people are gonna find it. But yeah, I think you're right that probably stuff is on the way down. But everyone
listen,
experiments.
she's getting exposed to it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. The best thing I'm doing right now, she's never seen me smoke, but she smells it. When you're exposed to it and you see the effects, like if she goes to school and they're like, marijuana causes narcolepsy and it causes this and it causes that and it'll make you, she's sitting in the back going, my fucking dad smokes every fucking day.
Right.
And he's tip-top magoo. He's functioning. He has a job. He does this. He goes to the gym. He talks to my mom. He goes to dates with my mom. I mean, what the fuck? So it was the same for me when I was growing up. And it was even worse in the 70s, the propaganda.
Right.
The anti-smoke. I had a godfather who picked me up every Saturday on his own merit and take me to Times Square and take me to a movie, and he'd take me to Tad's Steakhouse, and he'd take me to see, like, girls dance, like, even at a young age. You go, come on, you like girls, right? And I go, I don't know. Yeah, you like girls. But he always smoked. And all that happened to him was he'd giggle, and his eyes would get red. And then he'd go to work on Monday through Friday and pick me up on Saturdays. So for years, you hear this rhetoric of what marijuana does to you. And I look at him and I go, I don't know what they're talking about. This guy didn't have long hair. He didn't play rock music. It's,
Yeah, I get that. But I think there has to be a limit somewhere. Like you wouldn't want her smoking now, I don't think.
fuck no. I don't ever want to smoke. I don't ever want her to do the things that I did. That's what you want for your child. Listen, in 6 years, she might be somewhere. She might start smoking when she's 16 or 17. But I doubt it. Because she's really into athletic shit.
Right.
And she was telling me one time, she goes, maybe you don't breathe good because all those years you're smoking that. They listen to that shit. It's a different child today. So you pray for the best.
Right.
You don't want them to get hurt and for them to get pain medication and then shoot the gap for heroin or something like that. These are things you want to avoid, but you see them. You see them as a parent. You see them as a human being. So all I want to do is, listen, I have to accept whatever happens. But I also have to monitor what goes on in my house. I came from a house where alcohol was king. I don't drink. Don't fucking tell me. I came from a house where there was a weapon in the house all the fucking time. I knew how to clean a gun when I was a kid. You don't see me carrying a weapon. I never shot up to school. I'm not have a violent past like that. So do you understand? Like, this is what's made me think about when you put it in front of kids. You know, if I have a fucking gun and you have to climb up and get on stairs and then open up a safe, maybe that intrigues the mind. I know it would intrigue me. If I get home at 3 and my father don't get home till 5, I'm going to try to get that fucking safe.
Right, of course.
And I know George has done it. We've all done it. We get intrigued and we look through our parents' shit and all that stuff. But when they know you have it, like, it's a big difference. I don't think I like alcohol because I was exposed to it at such an early age, at such a high fucking volume, that I was like, I don't ever want to end like that.
Right.
When I was 14, I would see my mother yell up for me at 8, and she would be making me breakfast or whatever, and at the same time, she'd be pouring a fucking Heineken in tomato juice. If she ate, she would do tomato juice. If she didn't eat, she'd do V8. You're a fucking alcoholic. I don't ever want to wake up at 8 in the morning and have to pour a fucking Heineken in tomato juice. And fine, she was a functioning addict.
Right.
She was out of the house 35 minutes later in the city, fucking buying records for the album, for the bar, ordering meat, whatever the fuck. But that's not the point. I grew up with that. Not that she was sloppy either. There was no slop. But I grew up with that. I don't want that in my house. There's no parties in my house. You come over to eat if you want. You come over to eat. I'm never going to say to you, let's get a keg of beer. I got a kid in the fucking house.
Right.
I got a kid in the house. I don't want my kid to wake up and see 3 people on the couch, cigarettes, fucking beer bottles. First of all, I don't like fucking beer bottles in my living room because somebody's going to spill it, and that shit smells like dick for 2 months. You ever go into a bar and you're like, this bar smells like alcohol and mildew?
Yeah.
I don't ever want that smell. I can't live with that. I'll burn that fucking house down. So I don't want her to be exposed to that party life where people, you know, she's going to eventually do it, but she knows it's there. We have neighbors who drink and they act fucking responsibly. So these are the things, like.
Well, it's interesting because, like, and it's nothing against my parents. I'm probably, if I'm ever a parent, will be stricter. But I've seen, like, when I went to Israel for the first time, drinking was 18, not 21, and having a beer was not as big of a deal. And yeah, there were drunk kids, but it wasn't as, I don't know, it felt like scarier and like more intense here because you have to lie, you have to somehow get it. I think if I was going to do it, I would lean somewhere in the middle of like exposing them to it, maybe not being as okay with it as like I don't think I'd ever be the parent who'd be like, oh yeah, you can come here and drink.
All right, we got YouTube, Lee. You're going to have a fucking kid, and when they're 7, they're going to go on YouTube.
Oh, I know.
And they're going to accidentally find you. So here's the deal: everybody has to react differently to the times, Lee. We're not living in the 70s no more, where we were blind. I wasn't, because I had crazy fucking parents, but everybody was blind. We didn't have the internet, Lee. Okay? There's a song by the guy who beat up the fucking other guy who was married to Carmen Electra. That idiot was married to Carmen Electra. He was in a band, Jane's Addiction. Jane's Addiction has an album, whatever. The second album is great. But the first album, it says it before the song, Caught Stealing. In Spanish, we have more influence with your children than you do. Okay? We have more influence with your children than you do.
The musicians?
Yeah. We have more access to your kids than you do. When I went to school, you went from 9 to 3. And you probably got home at like 4. You went to practice. Your parents saw you from 5 to 10. That's 5 hours a day. You were at school 6, 7 hours a day.
And now the internet, you're with it 24 hours.
Now you got the internet. So even if I turn the internet off in my house, she's got a classmate that's going to tell her what was on that internet. Look at my fucking Instagram. So they're exposed to everything right now.
Oh, 1,000%.
It's a different fucking world. So every day when she gets up, she's going to stroll and see it, fucko, smoking pot. Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Because
Oh,
he's allowed to smoke pot on Instagram. She's not going to have those questions like other kids. When I take her to the dojo and she sees you guys drinking and sees people drinking, she's watching.
right.
She's watching because on the way home, she'll tell me. I introduced her to somebody 5 years ago when she was 7. And we were talking about him one night. And she looked at me and she goes, I know who you're talking about. He's the brother who smokes. And I almost lost my mind. She likes that brother out of all of them. She likes Joe Florentine the best because he's a dad. And he's got girls, so he knows how to speak to Mercy. They talk about the Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger. But she said it to me. She goes, and you should ask him to stop smoking, Dad. Like, how am I going to tell a grown man to stop smoking?
And it's amazing what sticks with kids.
So she's watching. She's listening. Because of her mother and me, she can't drink. I'm allergic and the mother's Indian. She goes off the fucking rails. When my wife has 3 drinks in her, that's not good. Her eyes start lurking. Fucking feathers start coming out of her head. She gets argumentative with you. That's why I don't drink with my wife.
Because it's only 3 drinks?
I don't drink with my wife. Never will. No way. And that's why I'll tell them. When I take my wife on a date, I go, I'm the designated driver. Go. And I'll fucking order her drinks until she gets lit. Then she has to catch herself and shit. Once she catches herself and she remembers she's a mom, then she'll stop. But I could still tell the rest of the night that she's up to something. Like I could tell, I could tell that she drank. Her eyes, she's Indian. So her eyes get,
they're up to something.
Her eyes are blue and they get dilated so fucking much that that's how I could tell she's drinking. She don't ever drink, but she can't because she's fucking Indian. She gets sick. She starts boo-booing, rain dancing, the whole fucking deal. We're back, beautiful people. What's up, dog?
It was a great week, dude. It was.
Oh, that's right. You headlined last week. It was your first headline night
at the dojo. Yeah, and it was crazy. Like I was thinking about the first time I did it. I featured for another comic named Andre Kim, and it was like a couple of years ago. It was before you did any shows there, and it was just cool to like be on the other side because like at certain points, like we talked about it, I think last week. I wish I was further along than I was, but to do that, and we had a great turnout. Like it was honestly it was for me pretty full, so I was very happy about that. Everyone who did spots did great. It was a long show. They were a great audience. The club was happy. So it was, a very just amazing night. I don't know. It was.
I know. I've been there, dog.
Yeah.
I know when those nights are special and how you go home all tingly and shit, and then the next day you're at an open mic following a guy with a tuba.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking great. Your life is fucking great, But I saw the pictures and I was very happy for you. Like I said, I didn't want to go because it was your night. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like people go, oh, you're going to come to my show? Not really. Because as soon as I walk into your show, somebody's going to come up to me and ask me for a fucking picture. Whether you're on stage or not. People have no clue. So that takes the attention. People are sitting there all night. All right, Lee's here. Is he going to go upstage? Is this guy going to go on stage? I learned something this weekend about comedy. Well, I learn something all the time. And it's funny. Whenever I have a big gig now on the drive home, whether it's a big gig or a small gig, I should say it. I always think about what made me get on that stage the first fucking time. Like, what fucking possessed me to get the balls and the audacity to think that I was funny enough to get on a stage? Like, that's been the question in my head for the last 7 or 8 months. Like, at 62 years old. What the fuck did I do that I got to find? Like, I never did anything right. Never did anything right, guys. Never. All my decisions were shit because they were drug-induced. This was from somewhere completely different. And I really practiced it when I was in prison, of all fucking places. Like, that's when I said, I wasn't even practicing, guys. I was just going up there and goofing. They call it goofing, whatever, when you just go up there. They would just go up there and talk to them. I would get on top of the table. There was no stage,
Mm-hmm.
And in there, people are like, this is what you should be doing. I'm like, these guys are all losers. They're in a fucking federal penitentiary telling me my next career option. Are they it's like, and I always think of that. And that's what you should think about. What really possessed me? And you're going to hit me. Everybody's like, well, I saw a Richard Pryor tape. No. What made you get in that fucking car that night? Go in there because it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. The first time, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. It's what I was trying to say in the beginning of the podcast is that you have so many critics right now, but nobody really knows the journey. Everybody's criticizing this person, this comedy scene, this guy's anti-woke, this guy's R-rated, this guy's punching down, this guy's punching up, but nobody really knows the journey, and that's what pisses me off. I didn't want to talk about this, but I do have to add leverage to this because he's getting beat up right now in the press, and I thought about it. And it's my friend Theo Vaughn. I was there Saturday night, Lee. And I told him I was going to call you for the second show. And he goes, yeah, I want to see Lee. I heard you got engaged. So, I spoke to him Thursday, and he said that if I wanted to come to the show on Saturday. Now, my weekends are fucking tough, guys. I got no time for fucking comedy. I don't have time for myself to do comedy on Fridays. So I have a family, and whatever their decision is first is what I have to do. Because for 7 years, my decisions were first. I'm going here. I'm going there. And here's my wife and my daughter is stuck. At least now I give everybody the opportunity. If they want to hang, they can hang. When my daughter said she was going to Great Adventure on Saturday, I go, that's one down. What does my wife want to do? Does she want to go out to dinner? She's like, no, I'm not going to be able to eat. I got no teeth and I can't drink because of the pain pills. I'm going around the corner to my girlfriend's house, one of the neighbors, and I'll come back later. That's what made me go over there. Now, I don't know if people understand the process of stand-up comedy. Again, number one, you don't pull up to an open mic in a Maserati. That's number one. And number two, it's not the world of glamour. And then for 6 or 7 years, we bang it out in places that you wouldn't take your fucking mother to. I mean, granted, the dojo is nice, but you've been in some holes late night that are fucking shitholes. I saw one the other night when I was in the city. I was just walking up the corner to meet the car, and I'm like, this is the comedy club I hear about? This is a fucking dump. I wouldn't come here. But that's where you perform at first. And all of a sudden, somebody takes you on the road, you end up somewhere, and you're in front of 3,500 people in the theater, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you get into a bigger theater, and now you're back on your own doing comedy. What I'm trying to say is there's no cameras around. There's no cameras around. When you add camera to stand-up, it's a different animal. And some people could rise to the occasion, and some people can't, like myself. But I'm honest enough to say that. I don't like a camera. Because to me, I still see a brick wall, a microphone, and 200 people. And smoke. I don't see what everybody else sees. Everybody, oh my God, this theater, I don't give a fuck. It's 4 fucking walls and a fucking exit, and you could get shot in here like the people at Batman. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not impressed. You want to impress me, motherfucker? Take the wheel, okay? So that's where I'm coming from. But people don't know the journey. And now we have a different thing in comedy, and that's called corporate world. So before you read the stuff about Theo Vaughn and what happened, that he bombed, I want you to think of corporate world when you're an edgy comic and how they'll tell you along the way, yes, 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 until you get closer to the date, and then they change the game plan on you. And now you feel a little weird. And I'm not saying this happened to Theo. Listen, people have bad nights in comedy all the fucking time. I'm the king of them. I'm not ashamed to say it, but at least I'll tell you. Don't blow smoke up my ass. That's the greatest. Don't make me fucking poke you in the eye. Because you need glasses. I was on that stage. I think the corporate, I know I couldn't handle it. I mean, you were there with me for the Degenerates. Was that normal to you? Was that fucking normal to you? Hold on. I've been writing for 8 months. Writing for 8 months to get this material out of my head, and you're telling me that camera 1 isn't working. The fuck? Stand over here so this camera could get you as you're going, bitch. I just want to get on stage and say, oh, hold on 1 second. Microphone 3 went down. I want you to polish those emotions for a second. What's something that you love to do? Maybe have sex. And all of a sudden somebody stops and says, did I ever tell you the story about my brother got hit with a car? Well, you know, you might as well, I might as well put my dick away because this ain't going to even work after this fucking story. That's what that is. You know, we're living in a world now. You think these podcasts, I can come on here and say what I want to say anymore? You guys ever wake up in the morning and this podcast is 28 or over?
Oh, yeah.
We're living in a corporate world, and some people could work well in it, and some people can't, and most people can't, especially comics. They don't know what they're going to say. They don't know what comes out of their mouths. When we're up there and we're dying and you got a gun to my head, I could either do good or fucking do bad. You know, when we went to Florida, that was a tough night for you. That's 8,000 eyes, and you fucking came through. But I want you to think about that. You went up on stage in front of 8,000 eyes. If I would have told you that before you went on stage, that's like calling you Lee Swat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people do that, though.
Eyes.
People will come up to you right before a show like that, but like a lot of people, huh? People do that.
They want to shit in your pants in your leg. I don't want to run with people who shit on your, piss on your leg. There's a time to piss on people's legs. There's a time not to piss on people's legs.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't want to know what's out there either.
No.
I don't need to know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I sell out or not. I'm there to do comedy. That's where we all get it wrong. You're there to fucking be funny for an hour. So the more shit you eliminate, you said something to me before that you eliminate stuff. I said, we were talking about a subject, and you said that was smart of you, that you've eliminated that. It's like when I got into comedy, I knew I wasn't going to be on Letterman or The Tonight Show. Out! Out! I'm not going to work that clean. But Joey, listen, by the time I get to go where I'm going, there'll be a different platform. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
Some people do good. I can't fucking do something. I know for the Riyadh Comedy Festival, bro, it's a country that fucking, if you don't wear a barker, they throw you in jail for 15 fucking years. Right? If you don't put that thing around your face, right? If they catch you doing something, it's a fucking nightmare. So you think they're going to let me go over there and talk about, oh, we'll probably be happy if I do my gay bits. Because they hate gay people, right? If you're gay, they kill you over there. I mean, they don't even play.
Right.
You can't show up with a pelican on your shirt. Like, you know, they'll just stab you. That shit is done. They don't even tolerate, oh, he's amazing. Boom, bam, they'll stab you. You got to keep your language certain. That was very beautiful. Thank you. I enjoyed your meal dearly. But that shit, it's amazing. Boom, they'll stab you right on sight. They don't even want that starting. That's spreading. So what do you think they're going to say to me on stage? What can I really talk about? You can't talk about religion. Can't talk about a lot of things. You know what? If I take the money, I'm going to do bad. If I take that money, Lee might do a lot better. But for me, I'm going to take that money and just go there knowing I'm going to bomb. I'm in Hudson County. I didn't show up anywhere to lose. Even if I lost, I didn't show up to lose. You have to, when you get into situations, you have to make your life easier. Right now, I wouldn't have known what to do if I was Theo on Saturday night. There was 4 people talking to him at one time. Telling him what, and with shit that doesn't matter. When you're shooting something, you want to give somebody as much content as you want, as I can, because you could always cut it out. I can't add it. I can't be in the green room going, fuck. I wish I would have had a cut from the side. Look how beautiful that stage is. Look how the lighting. I should have fucking taped myself in the back smoking a joint with Lee before I go up there and Lee kicks me in the ass as I'm going up. But you learn. I'd rather do it because I can always take it out.
Right, absolutely.
But I can't hunt it down. What am I going to rent the theater, put extras and kick you on the... No, so let's shoot it. So I understand that. But we do that maybe later. We do that in between shows.
Go early for it.
Let's get that one in the tank.
Yeah.
When I'm shooting a special, the first one is the one you're going for. And if you bomb, fuck it. I got late show. And you saw it. I bombed. I bombed them, both of them. But the first show when I taped the special, bombed.
Are you talking about Netflix?
No, the one I did in Chicago with
Oh,
you.
in Chicago.
First one I did bombed. The first little thing I laid down, there was a guy, it was just, I was agitated. Then they told me how to darken my hair, that the camera, they spray painted my fucking bald spot. I need this shit. I just want to crack a few fucking jokes.
Would you, I think you've talked about it, like, would you just like to just be filmed without like your knowledge and like in that be put up?
I'd rather that happen if I did stand up. But again, if you're going to show up on an iPhone 14, and the only reason I know it's 17 because my phone fell out the other day and some guy's like, look, that's an old iPhone. I go, I buy a new one when they fucking break. But I'm going to go down there like the rest of the masses. But I heard the camera's badass.
Yeah.
It jumps up and down. Yeah, so, you know, when I'm ready to drop $1,800 now.
Is it really? Holy shit.
And they don't even let you pay it. They make you finance it, right?
No, you can pay it.
Yeah, they want the monthly. That's a lot of dough for I don't even give a fuck anymore. I don't have Facebook on there. I don't have Twitter either. I got Instagram. That's it. Text messages and people call. There's nothing else I use on here. Nothing. All these apps, I don't know nothing. I got Uber once in a while. I got Lexus. I got fucking Whoop.
They have flip phones.
They have what?
They have flip phones with apps now.
Well, you know, this is the shit. You got to eliminate all this shit. This is garbage. But you do need it. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do? You do need it. If again,
$1,800.
$1,800 to talk to people before you even get the party started.
Dude, fuck that. That's too much.
Dog, that's the world we live in. And everybody goes down there and pays them. It's like a superhero movie. The more you go, the more these phones are going to keep making.
I paid $1,200 a year ago, and I thought that.
Bro, when they told me when I got this one and T-Mobile, because no Sprint no more.
Right.
Because I show up to Sprint, like, we don't even know what you're talking about. We handle fucking bicycles now, you know. I don't even know what you're talking about. No, yeah, T-Mobile. I went to T-Mobile, very nice, but again, they're like, you got to do this, and this one's already starting to fuck up. Like it charges really fast. Like the other night, my phone died, and I didn't give a fuck about nobody calling me. I was in the city. All I wanted was to find out what was going on with my daughter, Great Adventure. Because I had a bad feeling that night. That one of those horror buildings would fall down or something like that. And I got to go down there and search through the rubble. So I fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine you searching through the rubble.
Oh my God. And I got in the car. It was just me and this guy, Bob, one of the best limo drivers I've ever had in my fucking life. He was great because he told me first he was from South Broomfield. No, the other town I live close to. Not Broomfield, fucking Brunswick. I just kept calling him South Brunswick. On the way, I'm like, listen, on the way back, we're going to go to fucking the strip club right there, just me and you. He's like, that's okay. He goes, I'm 20 minutes from here. I'm like, all right. He was cool as shit. Awesome. He stopped at Starbucks for me. He stopped at the ATM. He goes, let's stop at the ATM. You need cash? No, let's do it. Boom. Got cash. We shot into the fucking city. He was right there. And then my phone died. He's like, I'll go get you a cord. I'm like, you're a bad motherfucker. If I didn't have teeth missing, I'd suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? How do you know, cocksucker? You got some old hag one night, you little dirty bastard. 2:30 in the morning, you're looking around the bar. There's a lady winking at you with a missing tooth. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You go over there, put a piece of cotton in it. But it's just, I saw that special taping of...
this started as a message to Theo.
To what?
I said this started about a message about Theo.
About Theo?
Yeah, and ended with sucking someone's dick.
That, you know, it was just, I was there, and it wasn't what you people are reading at all. I mean, you know, I'm worried about him like everybody else is, but at the same time, I know this motherfucker. He's from the bayou of Louisiana. He ain't going nowhere. It's just, stand-up is tough, guys. I've been telling you this shit for years. People gave me shit for 3 years, and I told people, the commitment level for stand-up is something like, I've never seen anything like this. I'm on my 34th year, and if I could go out 3 or 4 nights a week, I would. It's just the driving that kills me. My back would die. It's not just going to the comedy store anymore, downhill. You know what I'm saying? It was 13 minutes for me to get to the comedy store.
Right.
It's an hour before I get the party started. But it's calling me back now little by little, and I feel better about it because I got all that corporate shit out of my world. I'm not in LA no more. I don't have to appease anybody. I do what the fuck I want to do. Even the sponsors on here, YouTube, whatever. I'm in an age where I already went to prison. My family left the country that was fucking communist. So you want me to obey your fucking stupid rules of no cursing or whatever? Write me off. I'll find the channel that lets us do whatever the fuck we want to. But this new world order, you take a bigger paycheck so people could tell me what to do. The reason why we got into comedy is not to have a job. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? We got into comedy so we didn't have to get up like 15 billion other people in the world 8 in the morning and go to a job because somewhere in our demented fucking minds, we thought we could do better. So think about that shit. This is rough, but it's rougher when somebody's watching you. There's some comics that are born to work clean, and I respect that. Nate Bargatze is fucking great. He's great at what he does. Jerry Seinfeld was great at what he does. But there's other guys like myself and other comedians, they go off the fucking rails. And you know what? That's fine fucking too. Because at the end of the day, every single comedian you watch is a little fucking crazy. You just don't see it because you're so, oh my God, they're so great. No, we're not great. We're crazy, demented fucking people. So, and that's me included. I don't want you to think like, that's me included. Somewhere along the line, we said, you know what? I'm going to go to college for 4 years. I come from a nice family. Nobody ran away in my family. I'm Jewish. Now I'm an editor. And now I'm a podcaster. But you know what? I'm taking my college degree, and I'm not picking on you. I'm just telling you what I know.
Right.
I'm taking my college degree and wiping my balls with it. I'm going to go right back into the pit with a bunch of animals every night and people with mental illness and try to get a fucking career. So what does that tell you about the stand-up comics? So before you start pointing at stand-up comics and saying that they give out misinformation, you guys took the stand-up comic too seriously. Everybody is taking everything too seriously.
And I will say, like, Theo was one of the few of your friends. He called me when I was right after we left LA. He called me one day. We just chatted. Was always super sweet to me.
Oh,
and I haven't on everything. I have no idea how he did that night. I've never asked you. It doesn't matter. If you have a bad night, why is that national news? And for anything, imagine
you believe that it was on the front cover of Yahoo? We need to know everything. This is why, again, today, I'm not putting anybody down. I go on these sites some days and I read one thing and I close it. People always give me shit. You don't post anymore because there's some days I do go on there and I got something great to say that I was laughing in the shower. I have something I'm coming in there with balls on fire. I'm in the shower, holding on to my stomach. But I will go downstairs, open up a page and see something that is so far out there. I go, not today. Because I can't solve this. I can't save this. This is what I can't save. All I can say is something funny. And hopefully you react to it. It makes your day. You wake up, you're like, fucking that motherfucker's dirty, man. Something to get a reaction of you instead of, I want the fucking Epstein list. Anything but that. But this is what's going on. We've become so uptight that bombing at your Netflix special in front of 3,000 people, not even an arena, not even Madison Square Garden, in front of 3,000 people really matters. And when I say shit, you people think like I'm fucking crazy. I'm not. This is a rough world we live in today. So I get it, motherfuckers. We got to laugh more. We got to fuck more. We got to start drinking again because this motherfucker could end any goddamn day. Hug your loved ones every day. Look at it. Every day you hear something stupid. Kim Jong-un fired a missile into the ocean. The Russian dude, they bombed. What do you think? What do you think about when Israel bombed that country with the bunkers and all that shit? You think they're sitting there rebuilding right now? They got pictures of Americans all over those walls, and Jews and Puerto Ricans and Arabs with beards. They got revenge, and you're walking around thinking it's fun. That's why I was nervous about great adventure. Because, dog, they're coming. This is not ending good. I don't mean to scare you motherfuckers, but it's a reality. It's a fucking reality. So next time you go to your Jason Aldean country music concert and you're jumping up and down thinking we're in good hands, Remember what happened in Vegas? They were jumping up and down too. And they got shot from the fucking window. It's a weird fucking world out there. I love you motherfuckers. Have a great, I don't even know if the guy's Jason Aldean. I don't even know who that is. I thought he was a country singer. I'm just saying, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. This is why I hug everybody every goddamn day. Any day now, we're getting hit with a missile. Especially you motherfuckers that live in New York City, walking around, jumping up and down. Lee with the Jew hat. Lee's gonna have to get a disguise after November. If that Mondami wins, he's done. Lee, him and his girlfriend will be wailing out of New York City because they're gonna come to your apartment and beat you up, and then kick you out, and you're gonna be socialist. Mondami. It's gonna be little Cuba and shit. And right now, even Black Lives Matter, Eric Griffin, whatever his fucking name is, Eric Adams dropped out.
Those are two very different people.
Who?
Eric Griffin and...
Well, it's a mistake. You know who Eric Adams is? He's your fucking mayor in New York City.
Yeah, but my life isn't affected. Why do you think the mayor is going to make that much of a difference?
Will somebody please tell this idiot what's going on in New York? Because this other guy's a socialist.
I know that.
He wants to start bodegas. He hates Jews, okay? That's number one.
He hates Jews?
Well, you have to assume. I mean, right now at this point, everybody hates the Jews, Lee. If the right now, everybody, they blame everything on the fucking Jews. That's really not everything. Somebody lit a firecracker in New Jersey, that's a Jew. You know, it's been bad for the Jews. It's a bad couple of years. We get it. But, yeah, it's been a bad couple of years. You're getting bad
really
PR.
Has. Thank you for noticing.
What?
Thank you for noticing it.
I love you. I got nothing against you. No love against you. But, I mean, it's true. So I don't know what's going to happen in the world. But the most important thing is to crack a joke. Who gives a fuck if a comedian bombs? With what's really going on in the world, you give a fuck about a comedian bombing on his Netflix special like it's going to change your goddamn life? Not at all. So, where are you going to be this week, Tarzan?
I'm going to be at the Dojo on Wednesday night.
All right.
And I'm going to be at Sheba's on Thursday night this week.
All right. I'm not going to be nowhere till I come back. I'm October 8th, but that's already sold out. That's chicken stuff. We got to give them the truth. 15th at the Dojo Comedy. And the 23rd is the Bucket of Love at the Dojo Comedy. And then November 8th is a biggie. DC, what's the name of it? MGM Grand. What is it? MGM Grand in Oxon Hill. 20 minutes from the fucking White House. I'll have my fucking bulletproof John Wick outfit on down there because a missile might come fucking flying through. So 20 minutes we're going to be performing. That also pisses me off.
Why?
When they told me, I thought I was doing comedy like, an hour from the nation's capital. We need that much money that we need to gamble in Washington, D.C.? And here, I'm not political, but I'm just asking you a question. 20 minutes from the White House. Maryland needs that much money that they got gambling. 20 minutes. Is nothing sacred? And that means I get a hooker 20 minutes from the White House. When does it fucking end? Nah, forget about that. November 8th. That's all they need to know. Focus one at a time, cocksuckers. We love you. Have a great week. Lee, send them some love.
Love you guys.
Love you. Stay black, all right? Have a great week. And we'll be back next Tuesday, the 8th. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with my Jewish Cato, Lee Sayat, for another fun-filled episode of the church. What is it?
New Testament.
New Testament, Tuesday, the 16th of the month. It's moving fast, people. So get on the boat. It's moving fast. We're down to 14 more Mondays till Christmas. And you're sitting there worried about,
Please tell me that's right.
That is right.
How do you know that?
Because there's a stupid tidbit that Yahoo put up about a month ago. So just doing the fucking math the last 3 weeks, I'm down to 14 Mondays. It's stupid. I would never say that. But when I read it, it simplified a lot of things in my life. You got 14 Mondays to get it together before the end of the year. Monday is the day you feed the spirits, you pray, you thank God for giving you another week to be the ultimate warrior. And we got 14 of those.
Do you still do the glass of water
Every Monday. Every Monday.
That's how long have
I
you been
didn't do
doing
nothing
that?
today.
No.
Today I really just lived for the spirits today. I didn't do nothing
How long have you done the glass of water?
since I'm 3 years old
Every Monday.
for my father. But I have a couple glasses. I have glasses for his grandmother, glasses for Vinny. I have glasses. So you put a glass for everybody who died. I'm running out of fucking glasses. Dead. I'm running out of fucking glasses, what I'm saying to you.
Oh.
I'm supposed to listen. Listen, you have no idea what the Cubans do. So on Mondays, Cubans are supposed to, no music, my family. I don't know what your family does. But for the spirits, there's no music early on in the daytime.
Okay.
You have to give them water. You have to clean the spirit. It's called something.
Altar?
Ancestor thing. That's what it's called. Like I have his mother's bottles on there. Anything somebody gave me. You know, somebody gave me a gun. I can't put that up there, but somebody gave me a statue of like a thing. I have his statue there. And you just put a little thing, man. I put a picture of his grandmother and a grandfather that I got from your aunt. And you just put them there. And I don't have a candle for all of them. I'll light the house on fire. Because that's what you're supposed to do. But then you're supposed to feed them.
Like actual food?
So whatever you cook, you have to put a little dish out for them. I know.
That's nice.
I know. Until you have a cat or a dog or fucking mice, okay?
Or you get really stoned and you want to. You've never eaten that food, have
And
you?
then you have spirits that don't get along.
Shut up.
So you got to feed them in different rooms.
Was it people who didn't get it along in like the
And then
while they were alive?
when you do the Santeria stuff,
Right.
when you cut up the animals, there's saints that don't get along. So you got to put them in different rooms and do when you cut the goat or the fucking chicken or whatever, you have to put them in different rooms. There's one saint that likes to eat in the bathroom. So you got to feed them in the bathroom. So you got to go piss around them.
Is that your favorite saint?
I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But you have to put a candle on.
He likes to eat.
And I remember being like a kid and burning my foot on the candle.
Oh, no.
You got to go pee and walk around the fucking candle and the Cuban stew and you got fried bananas in there. As a kid, you don't know how many times you're like, man, I'm going to eat one of those bananas. But your mother scares the hell out of you. She's like, don't eat those because the spirit will punish you. They'll put cake out for the motherfucker, like if it's his favorite cake and you're sitting there fucking, I can't eat it because fucking.
You're on a diet.
I'm going to die, whatever. It's just, so that's what you're really supposed to do when you really get down to it.
That's fucking cool.
Mondays, you have an ancestor table. And you just put, like I put the two kids I grew up with in North Bergen that died because they were part of your life,
Fuck yeah.
And you ever see the movie Coco?
Of course.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
But
you gotten pissed because my ex didn't like that movie.
I
And
know.
she was
I'm
Mexican.
Like, how can you not like that movie? It's a fucking great kids movie. Like, listen, they paid me to go see it.
I know.
So I didn't give a fuck. I went in there like, ching, ching. But I was like, this is a fucking tremendous movie. Because all it says is whenever you put a picture up of somebody that's dead, you pull them out of that. You keep them alive in heaven. Mm-hmm. And then what's the plot of the movie? He has to pull his grandfather back from heaven.
So I don't remember how he got there, but it was like his grandfather was being forgotten.
Hold on one second. I know people at home are going, Joey, that's it. We've had it with you. Coco, how old are you? You're an old man. You watch Coco. I got a daughter. And sometimes those kid movies, dog, let me tell you something. All those Pixar, the other day I went to somebody's house to eat dinner, and the little girl was watching the guy with a skinny with the big head. And,
I feel like that's all of them.
yeah, one of those.
Was it Shrek?
No, the other one. And I sat there and I was giggling.
Oh, yeah, I have a good time. Even with edibles is great.
And then I realized when you're a kid, you want your people to watch TV with you. You're like, Mama, come here, watch this. She's like, I'm busy cooking, So I didn't know. I just went over there and sat with her and her sister.
Right.
And my wife. My wife was in there. But she got so excited because I sat in there. Like me and my wife sat there. Like she would look at me and go, watch this part.
The whole time.
The Minions.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The Minions. Fucking
Those are
great.
funny. Those are good ones.
And they play, they're geniuses because they play music for us.
Uh-huh.
They put music that we grew up with. So at least you're not sitting there like a fucking idiot in the movie theater. Like, there ain't nothing here for me. All of a sudden, they put like Justin Timberlake. And you get a little wiggle to you, niggle. You know what I'm saying?
It's great. I love getting high. And you were so, because you got to bring Mercy to like the premiere of that.
Coco.
And she was
because
really
they had
young.
nobody named Coco.
Right.
So that was the deal. For the people who don't know, let me tell you what happened. I got a call like Monday at 3. They're like, hey, man, are you busy tonight? And I always say, no, yeah, because I don't know what they're going to hit me with. So I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, man, Disney's willing to give you like $1,500 to go see Coco because the tennis player dropped out. Coco Golf dropped out, and then there was another Coco. And like, and we'll send a car.
Oh, shit.
I was like, okay. And I'm like, I got to go to Disney World anyway. I might as well work them when I'm down there for some Disney shit.
Fuck.
So, yeah, they sent the car and everything. Mercy was all excited and shit. We went down there, and the movie was sensational. And then the guy gave me some loot, and then the guy came over to me and I go, listen, I got to get to Disneyland, and I want that package where you get the tour. I'm not waiting on lines. You got to do the fucking Under the Cape tour. That's the only way to do that. I don't even want to go Under the Cape. That's Mariah Carey and James Bond and those people. I just don't want to wait online.
Right.
That's it. And the guy goes, done. So
isn't that the time that you tried to eat edibles and they almost threw you out though?
Yeah.
They followed you to the hotel.
They followed me to the hotel.
Disney doesn't fuck around.
No, the girl just, listen, man, there's people that take their job just a little too seriously.
Oh, yeah.
They were giving her maybe $8 an hour to be like a part-time security. No weapon, no flashlight, no whistle.
I was going to say.
And, dog, she watched me from, I don't know why. She just was like, what's that in your hand? A key.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what? No, I got an edible. And she goes, well, you have to put that back in your room. I go, all right. So I just my room was right there. I went around, ate half of it and threw it in the garbage. I went back. She goes, you didn't go up to your room. I said, are you serious? And she goes, yeah, I'm not going to let you in. I go, hold on. I had like 8 people with me. I go, get your boss for a second. I go, listen, just give me my money back. We don't need this aggravation. Then somebody came from Disney. No, it's all right. And I'm happy. To this day, I love that woman because she saved my life.
Why?
Because if I would have ate a whole edible, I wouldn't be here right now. That was one of the scariest fucking days of my life.
I can't, honestly, like Disney's fun on edibles, but if it was hot and you're walking around for like 12 hours.
It wasn't hot. And you know me, I ain't walking nowhere for 12 hours. It was the rides.
Really?
Yeah, I got on a ride. I'm like, all right. And all of a sudden the ride took you around, but you had to go over a lake. I didn't know that. I'm in that motherfucker like, yeah. And all of a sudden I look over. I'm like, oh, I'm over a fucking lake.
And you got scared?
Petrified. I thought I was going to puke. I just kept going around and around in circles. I got off. I go, I'm done with rides. Then I went into that fucking happy ride. It's a great world after all. You ever go on that?
It's a small world? Yeah.
You ever go on that?
Of course.
You sit there and it takes you around the world. But they throw sand in your face when you get to India and shit. Fucking, I'll never forget sitting there going, thank God I didn't eat a whole edible. Because you go to India, you go to all these countries sitting there.
Right.
And your feet are only this far off the thing. But you feel like you're really up in the sky and with an edible.
You don't like that? That's so. Have you ever freaked out on an edible in public? Like I know you did. I know you've been on planes, but like have you had like a legit freak out?
No. I had a freak out on coke at a party here in Jersey one time. I just started yelling at everybody, what the fuck are you motherfuckers looking at? I'm bleeding from my nose, What are you looking at? You're bleeding. You're disgusting.
Really?
You're a fucking junkie. What are you doing? It was a Christmas party. It was somebody's Christmas party from North Bergen. And I was fucked up.
What does it feel like when you're fucked up on coke? You're just like out too much energy?
It was like a week of doing coke.
Okay.
It was like 3 nights, then I took a night off, then 3 more nights, then the holidays came. And you would go from the 21st to the 2nd.
Jesus.
It was like one of those parties on the 28th. And I went off at this party. I'll tell you there was a North Bergen guy that was going to beat me up.
Okay.
Because I was just calling everybody a fuck and all this shit, and I'm bleeding from my nose, and I'm walking around with a bottle. I'm like Scarface. I was like Scarface in the restaurant. That's what like a week later, I was like, I got to give this shit a break.
Really?
Yeah, it causes like a schizophrenia after fucking.
Well, if you're not, because you're not sleeping
You're
for
not
those 3
sleeping.
days. Fuck.
You're not sleeping, so you're just snorting and you're eating minimal stuff. You got no money to eat. but you got a lot of money to do coke. That's the problem. I never understood that. I didn't have a hotel, but I'm snorting coke till 8 in the morning. I never understood that, but that's when it was like a schizophrenia. I caught myself. Like after yelling at people for 3 minutes, I'm like,
sorry.
Holy shit. I'm standing there, bleeding from my nose, with blood all over my shirt, with a bottle of Jack Daniels in my hand, yelling at a party full of 30 people. Oh. And that's it. I was out of North Bergen a week later.
I was going to say, that's hard to get
I was so fucking embarrassed. So fucking embarrassed, man.
Well, how long did it take to, did you have to, be sober to be embarrassed? Did you have to come down from it, or, immediately?
I didn't give a fuck that night.
No?
I was still yelling in the car and shit. Your uncle drove me home with Vivian. I'll never forget that. And we didn't say a word in the car. Not a word. I think your uncle, he had it with me at that point. It was like a 3-month stretch that we were going crazy.
I can't. I have nothing to compare it to, because you don't plan to go on a bender like that, right? It just sort of happens.
You don't plan to do anything. You just, it was the holidays, and it was. I was young. I didn't really know. Nobody really knew, and it was like a week long, 10 days of just pounding it, And now with the Christmas shit, I had no family, so now it's the 28th. God knows what's going through my mind. God knows. But hold on, let's start this thing properly.
Okay.
We'll be. We're back. All right. How was your week?
I had a really good week, actually. I've had a couple of really good weeks. I did a couple midnight shows last week, which are really fucking
dark.
I did one at a club and one at a bar. And at the bar, because you didn't get mad at me earlier this week, but I did a late show, and I did okay, but I was trying to do too much material. So then I went into this midnight show, and it didn't even start till 12:30. People basically were just stumbling in hammered. And I think I had an 8-minute set, and for 6 I had them, and the last 2 because you just were you didn't get mad at me, but don't do material for midnight shows.
Ah.
So I just went off the cuff a little bit, but that was really fun. And then actually tonight, what I'm super excited about is I'm actually going to see Adam Sandler tonight, and I'm fucking.
Where at?
The stadium, the basketball place in Albany. Because last night he was in New York, but I couldn't go on Monday night. So he's in Albany. And it's I don't know, man. With all these people, just getting older. And Adam's not old, but I've been in love with him since I was in middle school. Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore, for me when I was growing up in the 90s, Happy Gilmore, I still remember it was Jonathan Nichols' house. And I think he had the VHS. I forget where we watched it. But it blew my mind. And I didn't even really know him. The Hanukkah song came later. But I was I want to see. And then he came back a couple years, that Netflix special where he had that Chris Farley song at the end.
It was fucking great.
Fucking amazing.
That Netflix special I thought was phenomenal. Listen, I didn't know how to feel about Adam Sandler.
Before you met him or after?
Oh, I'll never forget. I had to watch one of those movies, and I'm like, this ain't gonna work for me.
I can see that.
And then here's the funny thing: the guy that's directing "Take a Banana for a Ride,"
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross has a great one-man show, and that I want to go see.
Yeah, me too.
The guy that's directing that, his name is Steve Kessler.
Okay.
Steve Kessler is nephew to my main man, Mike Kessler.
Oh, I thought the name sounded familiar.
When I was getting into comedy, he'd always tell me about his nephew, NYU. And then I didn't hear about his nephew no more. What happened to his nephew? And I'll tell you what happened. His first directing job was Happy Gilmore.
Fuck.
And after 3 weeks, he went into the studio and said, I can't do this no more. I don't think the kid is funny.
Had him?
And they fired him.
Yeah, I can see that.
That motherfucker didn't work for years. How can you because he told the truth. Listen.
I was going to say props to him for being honest.
When I first watched Adam Sandler, I did not I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what was going on. I watched the one with the kid.
Billy Madison.
One of them. I watched the kid.
See, like that, I think he was probably for people my age. Like like those movies, and now his movies are like getting older. But that movie, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. There was another one, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Those three, dude. They still like those are the movies I like. If they're on, I have to turn them on. They just he's just silly like that. It was just like the height of like just being silly. And I honestly don't even know much of his stand up I have no idea what he's going to be doing on tour. But it's like it just I don't know. That to me is I don't know what to even compare him to for you. Like
well,
if there was
I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Right.
And then I wouldn't even watch that shit. I wouldn't even watch that shit. I'm not a big Saturday Night Live guy.
Right.
So Chris Farley and all that, he was whatever he was, and that wasn't for me. So I just got a call one day that he was directing The Longest Yard, and I'm like, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a whirl, and I did everything I had to do. And when I met him for lunch, he surprised the shit out of me. But not really. It was in a professional environment. It was when I met him for the table read that I was like, oh, I got to pay attention to this motherfucker. Because he wasn't your normal actor. He wasn't acting like an actor.
Right.
And then we did the movie, and I really got to like him. Like, I watched his scenes. I didn't think he was overly hilarious.
Right.
But I got his comedy, and I got his warmth, which is really good. And like during the movie, I started watching. Like one of my favorite movies is 50 First Dates.
Oh yeah, that's a great fucking movie.
Fucking great movie. So, but when I watched this Netflix special, I got to tell you something. I was blown away, and till this day, I thought it was the best special of the year, by hands down. Like
it was a few years ago.
Listen, man, it's variety stand up. He comes out with a guitar. He does sketches. He brings his friends up. He does stand up. It's a party. He knows how to do it. He's a fucking genius.
And that was like that one where he shot it the entire tour, right? Like that was, I think so, like because he had the other guy playing the piano for him.
Somebody.
That was a great special.
It's a great fucking special.
Something different. And it's
remember I've always told you, what have I been telling you for years? Something has to change. I hate going to shows with 3 comedians and an hour and something's got to change. He changed it. He changed what I thought you could change. He changed it. Like he just said, this is what I'm going to do. I don't like guitar comedy.
Right.
I do not like it. I don't, it's for a certain person. It's for a certain person. Right. They have to want to be in a band, and like that shit drives me fucking insane.
Okay.
Okay. You always think about the people that are hard to follow.
Right.
And you always think about, oh, I'm going to have a hard time following Eddie Murphy. I'm going to have a hard time following Rogan. I'm going to have a hard time following Bill Burr. No.
Who do you have a hard time
Once you
following?
go up there and you stature, I used to have to follow this fucking guy. and not only that, like this is a different time. I had a different fucking head. And I would have to follow this guy that didn't have a joke throughout his whole act. Nicest guy in the world. But then he went in the back. And this is 2000. This is 98. This motherfucker would put a Tina Turner outfit.
The whole thing?
And sing like a couple Tina Turner songs. Listen. Nobody could follow this dude.
Were they laughing after, or they're just going fucking nuts?
A fucking standing ovation. People dying in the halls, holding on to their hearts. And like, I work every night at the fucking comedy store. And I can't get them to laugh one time. This motherfucker puts on a wig, goes out there as Tina Turner, and look at these poor white people. They're all over the floor. They're having a heart attack, giving them a standing ovation. I couldn't figure it out. I could not figure it out.
Right.
And those are the toughest people, if done correctly, that you're going to ever follow. Because it's not a joke they're following. They just did like a music parody.
Right.
I was at the Comedy Store one night, and James Stevens III went up. And they fucking hate him. Everybody hated James Stevens III. Nice guy.
The audience or the other comics?
The comics hated him. They called him James Stevens III to his face. James Stevens was a black dude. You guys might remember he played the piano on the Stephanie Miller show at night. There was a show after Kimmel or I don't know. This is 95, 96. So me and Josh opened from Seattle. He's from Seattle.
Okay.
So I got to meet him and talk to him. Very nice guy. I got to LA and he would sing. He would fucking go up there, crack a couple jokes, and he was good looking. Then to boot, he would sing like fucking the black singer from New Jack City. At the end, before they get shot, he's like, I'm not Mary J. Blige. That's a woman. Whatever his fucking
Marvin
name is.
Gaye?
No,
No?
Marvin Gaye was dead by then. This guy's up there fucking, I want to be, but those black singers, women, just chubby black chicks go crazy. So fucking.
Specifically.
That's who would go crazy, is all the chubby white chicks and black chicks when Steven would sing. But one night I saw him at the Improv with a little organ. He fucking flatlined the place. I left there banging my head on the fucking wall. I gotta go get an organ now. What the fuck? But one night he was at the Comedy Store, it was like 40 people, and he leveled it. Leveled those 40 people. It had to be 11:30 at night. I'll never forget, Eddie Griffin went up after him. Eddie went right after him. He's like, let's keep it going for James Stevens III, you know.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden he goes, because this is what I'm saying to you. There's some people that flies with, and there's some people that don't fly with. It don't fly with me. But when he said this on stage, I'm like, thank God. He goes, I don't know that motherfucker. Now, he didn't say motherfucker. He said a different word, a derogatory word used for black people. He said,
Use your imagination.
He said, this motherfucker didn't read the sign out there. This is the goddamn Comedy Store, not the singing store. I'll never fucking forget that.
And was this at like the height of like Eddie Griffin being a star?
This was like the height of it, yeah.
So like
before he crashed the car.
Oh. I can't even imagine.
Bro, nobody will talk to Eddie now.
Why?
Because he crashed that car. It was worth like $300,000.
Why do they care?
I don't fucking know, but nobody else gave him work after that.
Oh.
They couldn't put him behind a fucking wheel of a car. I think, what's his name?
I don't know the story
chick
of
with
him
the big
crashing
nose
a
that
car.
sings. Her father lives in North Bergen. Lady Gaga fucking put him in that movie with The Star Is Born. Blinking and shit, him and Dave Chappelle. But before that, nobody had seen Eddie Griffin since White Chicks or something like that.
Oh, my
Because he
God.
crashed those cars.
What cars did he crash?
I don't know. He was on the set of a movie, maybe Too Fast, Too Furious, and he fucking and he blew up some cars, a 400,000 Maserati or something.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool to see. But I can't imagine killing on stage at the store and then a star. It'd be like me going up doing well and you going on stage and like not in like a lighthearted way, like bad mouthing me. Like that would kill me.
$1.2 million Ferrari.
Would you work again? What was the set he was on? What was the movie he was on? A $1.2 million car. Yeah,
I gotta be honest, that must be pretty fucking cool.
I get my fucking.
Red Line, 2007. What's his car?
1.2 million. Do you think they charge him for that?
I don't know. I think when you crash a 1.2 million car, they pretty much just look at you and tell you to go home. They don't even want to.
What about the movie?
They don't even want to look at your face. Like you just crashed a $1.7 million car.
Rarely got work after this scene. They don't insure it. They don't insure it. Rarely got.
They don't. You don't think they insure it for what? It was? I thought they were gonna make money off of it. No.
This is a guy that sold his own script. He wrote a bunch of scripts that he sold. I know for a fact he sold Daddy's, Grandma's Boy, or Mama's Boy, or whatever. He sold that. That was his script because he was trying to get me in that movie. You know, he was a good guy to me, whatever. I'm not saying nothing bad.
Right.
I'm just letting you know that for some people, that shit don't fly.
Dude, I've messed up at work, but 1.2 million. That's hard for people to come back from.
That's very rough.
But I did, and I won't name the guy, but that kind of happened to me at the Comedy Store. I got to do it like I was by no means it was like a produced show, but I was going up, and this guy that I've loved since I was a kid, like one of the first comics I liked, was going up before me, and I had done well at the store previously, and he brought me up. He goes, There are some comics who, when they go up, all the comics run in to watch them. This is not one of them. Lee Syatt. And I was like a year or two into stand up, and like it was the last time I was at the main room, I got like an applause break. I came in thinking I was like hot shit the next time. He brought me up with that, and then no applause break. I'll never forget that. So I can't imagine having Eddie Griffin go off on him for probably like what, 10 minutes?
It's funny, like when I got to the store, there was one guy that wanted drama with me. And every once in a while, he would bring me up and say something, and I would get him outside and go, pretty fucking funny. And he was doing it for all the wrong reasons. Like, he had no idea that I would fucking bury him. Number one, he was a fake biker, which
Jesus.
I really don't like as it is. Because I had a fake biker when I kidnapped Bella. I had the same thing. It was a fake biker. He had no biker blood in him whatsoever. And this guy had no biker blood in him. He had just rode a motorcycle one time and thought it was cool to be a and all that shit.
And had a leather jacket.
And I'll forget that I said something to him once. Like the last time he said something, when he brought me up, I said something to him. No, when I went up, I goofed on him. I said exactly that. Let's keep it going for the fake fucking biker.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Because if you want static, I'm going to have to give it to you. At the store, it's like prison. The first time they smell weakness, they're going to fucking steamroll you.
The other comics.
I would. You know, that's the way life is. They're going to steamroll you. So that's the way I looked at it. You can't take no shit from these motherfuckers, especially up here, no matter who the fuck they are. And the bigger they are, the bigger you go at them, and everybody will remember. It's one of those situations when you're choking them and you come out of here. What was I doing? Just like that fucking cocaine scene.
Okay.
While you're choking them, they're like, you don't know who I am. I don't give a fuck. And then they realize you don't give a fuck. And it's good to do that. So I said something on stage like this fucking guy. And when I got off, he was outside. And I just told him, if you want a fucking problem, I'll give it to you. Whatever the fuck you want to do. So I knew he wasn't real.
Right.
And then I did something that I thought I'd never do. He came up one day, and he was selling Girl Scout cookies for his daughter. And I had a chance to either rob him, like that's what I was thinking of doing, like stepping on him, like crushing all the cookies. Like that's how fucking crazy I am, okay? Like just knocking the cookies out of his hand.
He had the whole table set up, and you were going to just like Godzilla or like King Kong them?
And nobody was going to say a fucking word to me. That's how, like I just said, I was at the store. Mitchie Shore wasn't going to throw me out, and Mitchie Shore liked when I went at a motherfucker. So this would be perfect. He did what? He stepped on your cookies? She would have loved that shit. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take the high road. And I bought 3 boxes from him, even though it was my cocaine money. And I remember him looking at me. And that's when I knew I fucking had him. I owned him.
Right.
I could eat him alive after that. And then he stopped getting spots. And I started rising in the ranks. And I had him a Facebook message one day to remind him of who the fuck he was messing with.
Oh, I love that.
And after that, he blocked me.
Did he respond to the message?
Just a little reminder who the fuck he was messing with all those years. Because he ended up with nothing. He ended up in San Diego sweeping at Maya. You know what I'm saying? At 50, he was done. He was done. His career was fucking done. And I was just getting started. So I had to send him a little note to remind him.
What did he say in the note?
Haven't seen you up here in a while. I guess my jokes were a lot better than yours, motherfucker.
Oh, my God. How good did that feel to hit send?
Like a new man.
Oh, my God.
In fact, today I sent my arresting officer in Boulder. He hasn't been posting lately. And I saw he posted today about for police con. And I go, hey, what's going on? You going to talk about the kidnapping? He won't reply to me. Whenever I see it's his birthday, I write him a big birthday note, like, birthdays on Facebook. Jimmy, how you doing? Happy birthday. You're still a handsome motherfucker. John Bonet all the way, fucking.
Dude,
Because he was in charge of the John Bonet Ramsey case.
But hold on.
What?
You friended the cop who arrested you?
I had to.
What do you mean you had to?
I had to. The other guy won't even respond to me. He hated me more than life itself.
The other cop?
Oh, there was one cop. He even showed up at one of my divorce hearings. He even showed up when I smacked John. he showed up to testify against me. They were all looking at him and shit.
In a case that he wasn't involved
Even
in, he just
involved. And on
hated
the way
you.
out, I'm saying horrible things to John and my ex-wife. And he kept saying, put a lid on it, sir. And I'm like, fuck you. Last I checked, this is amendment number 1, 2, 3, 4.
So hold and you send the cop who liked you enough to accept the friend request but doesn't want to respond to your messages. What? Why do you torture? Well, you just find these people.
You know what, man? You arrested me, so now I gotta let you know I'm all right. And I'm doing just as good or better than you, bitch. So, so how you like me now, motherfucker? You didn't make a mistake. You arrested a criminal. But some of the shit you said in court, you were wrong. And here I am to prove you wrong. That motherfucker has never said to me, hey, man, congratulations. Thank you for doing what you did. Thank you for turning your life around. Nothing. He couldn't say a word. The other guy, listen, I did Comedy Works one time, and a junior cop worked with me, a guy that worked for Boulder Police. And I told him, I said, you work with that guy? And he's like, yeah. I go, you going to see him tomorrow? He goes, yeah. I go, ask him about me. The next day, the kid came in to feature for me. It was like a bunch of comedy acts going in front of you at the Comedy Works.
Right.
I said, what did he say? He was like, you don't want to know. And the kid was standoffish from me the rest of the weekend. And then next time I came, asked about him. I go, he didn't call for spots. They're like, no, not this week. He calls every other week. That cop scared him off me. But he believed him. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like whatever the cop said to him, they don't, like if you came to me and said you did something 30 years ago, and I'm watching you now, the life that you live now, I'd eat my words. I'd say something to you. Hey man, congratulations on what you did. I didn't fucking like who the fuck you were, but I still don't like you. I still don't like you, but I got to congratulate you on what you did.
Right.
The odds of you turning this around were one thing. The odds of you being in a fucking movie, that's another. The odds of you being in more movies, that was something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. I'm big enough to say that to somebody. I fucked up with my judgment 20 years ago because I was a fucking idiot. So now if you come to me when you're 35 and you say to me, you went to prison and you came out and I see that you're working, you got a wife, you're not doing blow, I got to give you a nod.
Because that's what you'd hope police officers, because in theory they're like, and a lot of them are there to like protect you and also like to reform you. That should be the goal of prison. But I think a lot of these, who knows, maybe they hold grudges. Like, do you think that's
So
common?
do I. That's why Facebook.
Oh, I love it. That's amazing.
So do I. So do fucking I.
How often do you like send them articles like with your variety things or anything? Nothing. How often?
I don't need to do that. Just that I'm on the other side of that Facebook fucking thing with them. Mm-hmm. Just that because they predicted I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying there?
Who else do you have on like the fuck you message list?
I got about 200 people.
Hysterical.
I gotta
How do you
ask them
keep track
things,
of all these things?
how you doing lately? What's going on? How you like me now? Those are the best when you hit them with how you like me now.
And then do you go back and forth with them, or if they respond, you don't even talk to them?
If I tell you something that's even creepier, for all the shit they talked,
Right.
they don't respond to me.
That's fucked up. Out of 200, how many do you think respond?
3.
Damn.
I remember when I first started like going on Rogan, I had kids from North Bergen hit me with hate. And I would fucking tell them, fuck you. And there was like a Spanish kid that went after me on Twitter. Like, my father said, you robbed the sneakers and all this. You're still a piece of shit. And I go, your father still works for MWA. And I'm in fucking LA getting my dick sucked and my balls licked. And he goes, how do you know my father works for MWA? Because you're a fucking idiot for even being on here. And the apple don't fall far from the fucking tree. For you to even relay that message on a Twitter that your dad said that, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. You haven't done that in a while. You used to like go back and forth with people on Twitter sometimes.
I had to.
Old school Twitter was fun.
Old school Twitter was fun, but then you have to think about, like, why the fuck? Like, listen, man, you wake up in the morning, you get a cup of coffee, you think about your day, you kiss your family, you pet the cat, you fucking feed them, whatever the fuck. You open up your computer and there's some guy like going after you at 7:30 in the morning. A lot of people don't know how to handle it. And the first thing you do where we're from, we're like, hey, motherfucker, you got a fucking problem? And then all of them were the same. They all fold.
Right.
It's just people trying to get a rise out of you. And some guy today on Twitter, hey, man, you got to start feeding Lee. Have you seen Lee eat lately, motherfucker? Obviously, you got to start feeding Lee. Like,
I think I've eaten enough.
that's why I don't understand. That's why I was telling you, you can't read the comments.
Never.
You can't look at. It's a retardation that is so bad because it makes you think. When you do that, you'll get 8 great comments and then one that is so incorrect, dumb, that you have to, you have to ask what made that person say that.
Right, but
Like, what's going on in his life that he's such a fucking loser? Because at the end of the day, he knows he's a loser. This is why he's saying these things. I'm 62 years old. I have never fucking gone on something and said, I really don't like what you're doing. I think you're against the policy of whatever.
that would be nice, though.
No.
A lot of the no. Compared to the angry messages, I don't like you. You're against my policy. That would be something people tell me to blow my brains out.
Oh, yeah. Dog, they'll say shit like that for, oh, my God, the vacation thing about the vacation. I had people so angry about that. People took it to the heart. The Epstein stuff I talk about, oh, my God. And that's how I know we're doing a good job on the podcast.
Right.
When you get that upset over a fat 62-year-old talking about your vacation and who earns a vacation, you're not thinking about what I'm saying. And if you read the comments and if you saw the way they attacked me for it, you could see that they weren't even standing what I was saying.
Right.
You never worked a day in your life. You're flying around the road with Rogan. Okay. I never worked a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand.
Right. But I think the difference with you is like most people I think ignore it. Some people like go back and forth in like a stupid battle. You were fun because you would just like obliterate them with like 6 words. And they would they'd go crazy and like,
Crazy.
stop responding.
I could leave, come back 8 hours later, and the guy's still figuring out. And I would go, oh my God, poor bastard. That's when you know he had nothing to do all day.
Right.
Sitting there, he's watching CNN or whatever fuck they watch all day long, and they watch that. The fucking Democrats are ruining the world, and they just go off from that. Speaking of which. Listen, here's a podcast with comedians. We discuss what happens in the world. That's what a comedian does. I don't like to get involved in this type of, because then people label me a fucking political whatever. I'm not political. I'm a felon. So before I even go into this thing with you people, just remember one thing. This is coming from a felon standpoint. Last week, something happened in this country that was not good. Now, if you want me to sit here and tell you I knew who Charlie Kirk was, I'll tell you, I had no idea who this man was. I had no idea who this man was. Did I ever see him before? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's my downfall as a human being living in this country. That I tell you people, I black myself out from that, and I do. And I feel very bad for his family, his wife. He left kids behind. I don't know what he stood on in this country. I don't know what platform. I just keep learning little things. He's on a plane with J.D. Vance. So obviously he's a Republican. He's a young kid, whatever. What I do know is I saw a chick from my neighborhood that's crazy. She drinks and she sings karaoke by herself.
I can't wait to see how you connect.
And she's got like a little 11-year-old boy. And I opened up my Instagram and she was on there crying, like tearing, crying. And I remember when it went down, my wife said something to me. I didn't know who I was talking about. And then you try to put the TV on. They're saying the guy's bleeding from his neck, had a in fucking Utah and all this stuff. Again, listen, my heart goes out to his family, his kids. Obviously, the guy was a great guy because fucking people were upset, Jack. I've seen people die in this country and it lasts 1 or 2 days till there's a balloon or Cracker Barrel changes his name again, then it goes away. It's fucking Monday. I went in to pay the bill before for something, and it's still on TV. And there's still people crying. So this guy was doing something good. God bless him. But I got to tell you something. I'm not talking about this for political or whether he was right or wrong. Something, when my wife told me, I was downstairs writing or something, and I go, the first words out of my mouth, honestly, guys, was, the world's changing. And it's changing at a rapid fucking, it's just changing, guys. You know, I mean, I know they're in Memphis now, right? The National Guard.
Oh, yeah, they're going there too,
you know?
yeah.
Why they weren't there the last 10 fucking years? I don't know, you know, because that's what you got to do in these towns now. Chicago, or, you know, I mean, you have how many murders every weekend? North Bergen, New Jersey. I grew up here, fucking 2 murders last weekend, 1 murder, 2 shot in middle New Jersey. That's never been a great neighborhood, but nobody's ever been shot in it, okay? That's the project. That's never been in people jump you with heroin. You know, they work at the MUA, whatever. But they fucking, nobody gets shot. Times are changing in this country, you know, and you have to make a note of this.
Well,
You have to make a note of this shit before you want to go do things from now on. Like, it was an issue years ago, but we can't stop living our lives. I'm not going to get on a plane because a terrorist is going to get on there. I'm not going to not go.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to go to a fucking Giant or Jet game anyway. But I'm not going to go to a Jet game. I'll never go to a Jet game. I'm not going to go to one of those, not going to go to one of those games because I'm going to get shot.
right.
You know, like right now, you have to think of anybody who has a platform. Anybody's got a platform. You could be at the fucking, there could be the New York Comedy Festival. You're at Washington Square Park doing the comedy festival and you get shot in the head. And you get shot in the head. I mean, you know, I know that, and again, this isn't a political podcast. What I'm trying to talk about is some guy got shot, man, for no fucking reason.
I think what's happening, because I was in like I think it was in 5th grade when Columbine happened. And it like slowly started to happen. But now the sad thing is these things are happening once a month at a minimum. Like, I gotta be honest with you, I was watching the news on this and they were talking about when Trump got those 2 attempts. And to be very honest with you, I forgot about the second attempt. I remember the ear, but there was a whole, these happen so fucking often that you forget about them.
About Trump getting shot.
No, but I'm just saying these
What
things
I'm
happen
talking
all
to
the
you about
goddamn
is-
time.
This is not a fucking tier Trump type of guy.
No,
This is a lower end type of guy.
I don't know.
You
This
know,
guy,
and-
he was on that level. Apparently, he was like the next, like a star. Like that's why these people.
If I wanted to mention Trump, I would have mentioned Trump. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep Trump out of this
But
conversation.
it's not okay.
The fucking guy died. He got shot in an afternoon in Utah, of all places. I could see if it was northern New Jersey. I could see if it was Buffalo, New York. I could see if it was fucking L.A. The guy with the flag shot him and shit. But fucking Utah, you know? And it's a different world, ladies and gentlemen. And
On a college campus.
on a college campus, you know, I don't know any details of the shooting. You know, again, I don't know much about what's going on. I know they captured somebody, they caught somebody. He's not,
His dad turned him in.
yeah, he's not cooperating with authorities. You know, people are getting, I'm gonna have to talk to my wife, seriously. I'm getting Mercy off the computer, guys.
In what way?
I'm getting no time. Limits. There's got to be limits. There's got to be limits because they said that he got, what's that word? Remember when we used to go to the 7-Eleven and The crazy
On
one?
Chandler?
On Chandler.
With the music?
Yeah, what you get rationalized when you went and shopped there?
Radicalized.
Yeah, all you had to do was go in there. You could be the nicest white guy. Go into 7-Eleven on Chandler. There was so many ISIS in there, and the music they played, the flute, everything. You come out of there like, fuck America. And then one day, remember they shot the owner's wife?
They got stabbed. 2 people got
Look,
stabbed
I'm not
and
kidding
murdered.
you. I knew that fucking...
It was
and
Laurel
that-
Canyon and Chandler, and he's talking about the music, and he's not like, it's not like he had a little speaker or his phone going. It was on the speakers,
loud.
and it was like a party.
He was like telling you, go fuck yourself. We're jihad. And we're going to blow this fucking neighborhood up any fucking day. And it was next to a laundromat that was open 24 hours.
Yeah.
That was just as fucking scary. And it was maybe 3 blocks from the house, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm
Laurel Canyon
Very
and Chandler.
close.
Let me just, I can't, fucking 5 years.
like one major street. It was Laurel Canyon, then Colfax. But it's like a long LA, but it's not like a New York block.
Laurel Canyon and Chandler. Where would I get off?
On the
So I'm on
the
Laurel
101?
Canyon. I'm on Laurel Canyon. Jesus Christ. I got to start eating beets. You know,
What do
everybody-
beats help with?
I don't know. Everybody's eating beets in a gel form. They get their memory back.
Oh, it helps with that. Yeah, dude.
So, Santa. Anyway, okay. Now I know. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I got to go up past your house,
Yeah, it was
past Colfax, and then after Colfax, past the hot dog place, past Popeyes, past the yoga place, go past that light.
right. And Chandler was the one that had like with the bus going down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
All the Jews lived on Chandler.
I remember going to that place,
Yeah.
and I would get like snacks or something there.
Fuck yeah.
And they used to be like a Japanese hand job place.
That was a different 7-Eleven, but yeah. Because this one, you were exactly right. Had it was that and a 24-hour laundromat, and you for years were like, don't go to that 7-Eleven, the ISIS 7-Eleven. And then right before we left, a homeless dude was like robbing a 7-Eleven, and he stabbed 2 people. Like it was 7-Elevens in LA were like kind of like a lawless like a homeless people were there.
Well, then there was the one where we used to torture the guy. The one where the lady was sitting, I put the light in her eye. And she's like, oh, fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
That's where I met the black hooker that night.
Oh yeah.
Remember the hot chick in the Jeep that started talking to me? And you're like, you know? I'm like, no.
What was that like? Tahunga and something?
No.
It was right across from the diner.
That was the one from the diner. Yeah. Across
I don't remember the street
up
names.
the
then.
block from where I beeped the horn at them, the Masons,
Oh yeah. That was a great
next
block.
to the YMCA.
By the park, yeah.
By the park there.
But dude, the light that poor lady's eyes. She was just sitting in that wheelchair. Like I don't
She
know.
was a fake. She was, the wheelchair was a
How'd you
stunt.
get there?
She was like the chick. She was like Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours. The wheelchair, not 48 Hours, Trading Places.
Right.
She was walking around. I would see her walk around. And then she would sit there in a wheelchair. She would push the wheelchair herself.
Right.
And then sit there, like trick you, and ask for coins. And one night I pulled up and I put the light in her eyes just to let her know I knew what she was up to. And when we got out of the car, she's like, oh, fuck yourself. And all. But we even gave her money. I
We
think
tried to. I think she didn't want to take it. And I can't. Was that the night that you had me steal the milk carts? And I was fucking I was high as fucking paranoid.
Did we steal them from that 7-Eleven?
Fuck yeah, one of them for the records.
I really want to go back to LA for 1 week.
Okay.
And if I tell you what I want to go back to do, you would not believe it. Because if you know me for real,
Right.
you know what I want to go back and do.
Burn some places down.
No.
Do you want me to guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you knew my torturous side,
Oh boy.
what would I obviously get on a plane to go do?
The first one at some point is you would drive in your old neighborhood
And run over,
and
that
run over the
cone.
guy's cones.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
It's not. I would just get on a plane to do that to that guy. 4 nights in a row, and then Friday we knock on his bell, and you ask him, "Has somebody been running over your cones?" And we put it on tape just to see him go, "Yeah."
Oh my-
He disappeared for 5 years. Nobody touched my cones.
But we gotta be careful. They have cameras now.
Who gives a fuck?
Dude,
We're renting a car. We're renting Ubers. We'll do it with
they
Uber.
link that to people.
Listen,
we can't have
I
an
gotta-
Uber
listen.
driver run over someone's cones.
Listen, you get one of those Uber drivers $50. One of those Mexican Uber drivers, they'll ride over your mother. They don't give a fuck. They'll drive over your mother. Fuck. They don't give a fuck. Those Arabs got no licenses. They got nothing. They're like Cubans. They got fake birth certificate. Those Arabs come over, dog. They don't give a fuck. That license, they don't even know who the fuck they are. And try to find them. Go back to Arabia and try to find them. You think it's hard to find a Mexico in Mexico? Go ahead. Once they got the frolic on their head, what do they call that?
So they're gonna have to leave America for $50?
What do they call that? The Muslim wear?
I have no idea.
That should be a new line, Muslim wear. You know what I'm saying? Like terrorist wear, like clothing when
A
shit's on
clothing line?
fire. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking of blowing up, that's just Ba-boom.
Oh my god!
Everybody wants to blow up.
Can you imagine having their store at the mall?
What happened?
Like they would have a store at the mall.
Oh my God.
The terrorist line.
That'd be tremendous, wouldn't it? Lee and Joey's Ba-boom.
Why do we have to own it?
We'll let Nick own it, and then we sit and get no money like assholes. That's what the fucking white people said. Why would the Indians? Why would we? Because we're trying to make $1 here. Why would we want to? Well, you don't want to make no money. It'd be a little controversial. But that's how you make money, by boom, ba-boom. You don't remember, before you were born, there were these shirts that if you put the shirt on, it would change colors according to your body heat and mood.
Okay.
It's called body cam. We bring that back, and we call it body camouflage. Knowing before you get blown up, like that minute before, before you die, you get that last shot of fucking whatever and EMT, and the third eye goes to work. The same thing. This shirt will let you know that you're about to die. There's a missile. Like if you wear this,
That knows that the missile's coming when it starts to change colors.
That's a fucking good idea. I'm gonna shut up. I've been looking for an investment. This one is it. Hamas wear, like something like that. Like fucking.
That would actually do very well right now.
Oh my God, Hamas wear.
Yeah, those scarves.
you
You
get
sell
10
a million scarves,
And 10% goes to the poor Hamas kids that ain't eating.
but you don't send it to them.
No, we're gonna send it to them. I don't
You're
know.
okay.
That's not 20%. Those kids are starving. Those kids haven't seen. Those guys, I saw a kid that was 18. He's 5'1". Not even. He's 1'5". That's what I meant to say. He's fucking. They're like 1.5 feet. They ain't even growing. They got no nutrients. It's like Cuba. These kids can't grow.
Right.
They can't grow. We're cutting out a whole civilization of these poor kids. I mean, we're goofing around. It's a joke, but it's not really a joke.
No, it's not.
Listen, Jews got to do what they got to do. I'm not mad at Israel or anybody else. War is war. And, they're going to hate us for this podcast.
Yeah, it's all right.
But, you
You can be mad at everybody. I'm mad at Israel. And I went there, and if people are sending rockets, or like, there's a lot of reasons why Israel has to do certain things. You can't justify the things that are coming out of there. You can justify it to a point, and you know what? I'm not saying Hamas is obviously fucking 1,000%. They put hospitals around people.
Listen, nobody's right and nobody's wrong. Let's leave it at that.
Right.
But I've never wanted to see kids starve.
No.
You want to starve me? I got like 80 days. You can starve the fuck out of me. I got Chinese ribs. I got fucking Stugats. I got fat all over.
Yeah.
But those kids, it's a hunger issue, and it's a kid issue. So I don't care how you feel about different political things. You never want to see a kid starve.
No.
I wouldn't want to see my enemy starve. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a grenade up his ass, but not a kid. You follow me? I have a lot of enemies. I love to put a grenade up their ass.
Man
But
on
they
fire style.
Yeah, but they have to be over 30 years old. I'm not here to.
Well, 30 is the minimum to blow someone up.
It's just like I said, guys, in the beginning of this, all this stuff, the starvation. We're living in a different fucking world, man, and it's not. The old world's not going to come back. It's not going to get any better. I'm not here with negative shit. This is just the obvious. They just killed a kid on a college fucking campus. This could be us. This could be you. I mean, nobody would shoot him. They don't give a fuck. But this kid was actually doing something good. Kids loved him. He was doing something for kids. I watched an interview with an 18-year-old kid the kid was goofy or whatever, well, what would I rather him doing? Doing that or selling drugs or doing the stupid shit I was doing? I'd rather him be doing that, the kid.
And I'm not speaking poorly about anybody, but just the other side of it, there are people who are on a certain political side who don't think he was doing good, but no matter what you think like about what he was doing as a person, to get it like shot in front of like that's wrong no matter what.
Well, I did hear, like I said, guys, after the pandemic, I stopped trying to watch the news. The pandemic threw me into a fucking state that I had fear. I had fear of something I didn't see. That's not who I am, So I know I just didn't want to watch it anymore. I don't really catch up on that stuff. I'm not going to turn the TV on to watch something political. I don't want to get aggravated. But I have heard that people were cheering, like people from TMZ
Oh yeah,
were cheering.
a lot of people got in
a couple
trouble.
couple people, journalists lost their job. Like I said, again, listen, we were talking about Danny Merwin guy, the guy that owned the comedy club.
R.I.P.
We made a joke. Listen, you can make a joke, but to cheer outside when you're a journalist or something to that nature and cheer that somebody died, again, we're talking about the world changing. And I want you to be aware of that. That's all. I just want you to not to go, wow, how could that happen? Things are happening. Things, when we were kids, if there was a shooting in Manhattan once a week, it's 2 a.m. What do you think happens in Manhattan at 2 a.m? You're giving out flowers. What do you think happens in Manhattan? People are drinking. There's drugs involved and there's guns. But now it's every other day. There's a shooting somewhere, a kid, this, that. Look at this comedian guy. That's nobody really talked about. That he had, I know that kid. I know John Reap.
Oh,
I personally know John Reap. I know him since he's a kid. Sunday nights at the store. I know him. This got to be 20 years since I did Sunday nights at the store. I know that kid a long time. If I'm going on a plane with you guys, and all of a sudden I look down, there's a picture of him on TMZ, got arrested with 11 counts of child molestation. Listen, I know that kid, man. He never gave me, I'm not going to lie to you, he never gave me the feel of somebody like that.
right. And I just want to clarify, it wasn't child it was like something online. Nothing physical.
Child porn, whatever. I know John. And you know what? I don't agree with what he did. I don't like what he did, but I got to say a prayer for the guy. I got to go, well, John, listen, man, the devil is working overtime. Just note that. Ever since fucking they shot Kobe, the devil has been working overtime. You don't believe me? Look at the results. Look at what's going on in the world right now. The devil's working overtime. And there's just so many, look at, there's cities you go into that you walk in the street and all of a sudden a van pulls up out of nowhere and you hear, andale, andale. And people with masks are grabbing 3 people. Whether they're, in the old days, I would grab you and Mirandize you and, read you the riot act and gave you a minute to whip out your license and go, this is who I am, blah, 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 blah. We're not even doing that in this country anymore.
No.
Again, people voted for that. This is what you wanted. I don't want this to be a political podcast, but think about it. This is not what I paid for. All right, I thought you were going to stop people at the border. I didn't think when I'm eating at Rudy's, you're going to come into Rudy's and take my favorite clam guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's he going? And he's getting taken away.
Where's he going? He's going home.
Where's he going? And that's what's going on right now. People eating at restaurants, you get used to Donatello's, and all of a sudden you're there, and fucking Pepe's getting whipped out of the kitchen while he's whipping up your eggplant rollatini.
Oh, my
You couldn't
God.
give him 20 fucking minutes? You know what I'm saying?
Let's finish the dinner. And you know what's more wild is they're sending people to like I don't remember the names of it, but like in Africa, like they're sending, like they're just sending people away. And can you imagine Like if like you made it to America from another country and then like they suddenly you're on a different continent and like I don't know how like you can't walk home like there's not,
So wait a second. I'm from Colombia. I ended up in New Jersey. I got arrested in Connecticut, and now I'm in fucking Africa.
I think so. Can you look it up, Nick? I think
They didn't even do black people that bad. Like the slaves, they at least took them from one destination to the other. These motherfuckers are getting treated like Chinese people in the 20s and shit.
Oh yeah, this podcast is definitely getting taken down. This is amazing.
Anyway, I just want to, I really wanted to bring the Charlie Kirk thing up, even though I'm not political or politically inclined, he is a human being.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what I was talking about. That
Ghana, South Sudan, and Uganda have partnered up with America to accept the migrants from nations that are.
bro, get ready to cut grass in Guana. You'll be chasing lizards. There's a dead animal on the street. Did you guys see that tonight?
No.
What the fuck is that before? Just chubby, laying in the middle of the street. I had to drive over him 2 times. There was no parking. I mean, I didn't run him over with the tire. I had to run over him real slow. Like, I didn't want to hit him. I thought he was just resting. He was like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. He was resting. I know when I'm resting. I'm resting. I'm in the bushes in Seacliffs. Where you at this week, player?
This week I have a few shows. This week on the 17th and the 19th, I'm going to be at Sheba's, which is at the Three Monkeys Bar. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be at St. Mark's at 10:30. And don't forget, New Jersey, September 26th, the Dojo will be headlining.
Yes, sir.
I added some shows. I got the 24th at Levity. There's a wait list, so there's no fucking wait list in my world. I added October 8th to you animals, so I'll see you in Levity October 8th, and that's all I got right now. You guys know the schedule. You got November 8th. Where are we?
Is that Virginia?
MGM in D.C. Then on the night before Thanksgiving, we're at
Parks.
Philadelphia, Parks Casino. And then December 6th, 5th, we're at Virginia Caesars in Virginia. So get your tickets. They're on sale right now. I got Staten Island coming. I got Tampa coming. I got a couple things coming. But for right now, just focus on October 8th. That's all you need to know. Levity Live, all right? And September 26th for my little penguin buddy over here,
Thank you.
Lee Sayat. And we love you, and that's it. Thank you for supporting the Monday Night Football.
I was gonna say.
We've been doing it. It's fantastic. Hopefully you'll see the one that we did last night. I love you guys. Stay black. Have a great week.
It's on YouTube and X.
Yeah, right. Hey, Uncle Joey here. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. I want to talk to you about something. It's time to give that third leg a workout with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. You can have stronger, harder, longer lasting erections like that in no time. Listen, that Blue Chew package is a little mint now. It's just a little mint. You can put that in your wallet. You see somebody lurking late night, you know what I'm saying? She's looking good or he's looking good. You pop that thing and you're ready to go. Blue Chew even comes in a little mint form. Like I said, it's tremendous. So it does double duty to freshen your breath before the big baboom. You follow me? You hit them with a shot of mint breath and then you do what you got to do. So you buy a couple to keep around or subscribe to keep the good times coming on a consistent basis. Why stop? If it works for you, bigger erections, harder dick, more people calling you, it's doing its job. And we got a special deal for church listeners. As always, you're going to get your first month of Blue Chew absolutely free. That's right. Absolutely free. Just press in code Joey, Joey at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. $5 to open up the door to a beautiful new life. Just can you see yourself floating through dreams with that third stick just hitting trees, knocking over your grandma's flowers, Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. How's that?